Alright guys, thanks for checking in Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We're going to have our daily weather update right now. Of course, we're looking at the 12th and 13th and 14th storm for the Northeast and Midwest, and let's take a look at what the latest models are showing, etc. Here's the latest and greatest 12Z GFS showing heavy rain for the Southeast. Meanwhile, probably an all-out blizzard for a lot of the Ohio Valley into the Appalachians. The low pressure center tracks right up the Appalachians, heavy snow all the way back into here. Okay. Meanwhile, we're mostly rain across the East Coast, changing to snow at the very end. The 6Z GFS is basically the same thing, except it's a little further east of a track, and you change to snow a little earlier, so you see a little heavier snow for the East Coast. But really, no major changes. The 0Z GFS from last night around midnight showed heavy rain, basically all rain for the East Coast, and a pretty decent amount of snow, not only across the Midwest and Ohio Valley, but all the way back into the Mid-South, areas like northern Alabama, into Tennessee and Kentucky. Now, basically, if you break the event down, we have to basically break it down into 3 or 4 different tracks. Track number 1 is off the East Coast, blizzard for the eastern United States, yay yay yay. Track number 2 is up the Appalachians. You see some snow at the end for the East Coast, but primarily rain, and you see snow in the Appalachians and into the Midwest. Track number 3 goes in through here. You see snow for the Midwest and the Ohio Valley, all rain for the East Coast, and a change to rain for the Appalachians. And then we have what the Euro is showing, which shows an all-out blizzard across these areas. Let's take a look at the Euro. Here you can see, again in the there we go. In the area circle, we're probably looking at an all-out blizzard as the low pressure center makes its way across southern Ontario. But then it would just be a really warm rain. I mean, you can see here, just warm rain up in here. And I mean, honestly, we could go all day and talk about what different models are showing. But if we really want to make progress, we have to take a look at other things. And one of those other things is the NAO index. And that looks to really be just going negative, negative, negative by the time we make our way out into the time that we're looking for around the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Here, we have the ensembles of the GFS, okay? Let's take a look what they're showing. They are basically showing, by the time we make our way out to the 11th, late in the evening on the 11th, we've got cooler air making its way on through. Low pressure centers right around Illinois. And by the time we make our way out into the 12th, we're looking at the storm is underway, moving up the East Coast. The GFS ensembles are certainly suggestive for snow across a lot of the East Coast. Alright, you can see the 540 lines all the way out there in the middle of the Atlantic. So, I mean, well, not the middle, of course, the eastern Atlantic, but this would definitely be snow for the East Coast, and flurries maybe for the Midwest. Now, by the time we make our way out to the 13th, the event's basically over. We've got cool air in the Midwest and the Northeast, warm air expanding to the Southwest, but it's going to have trouble really expanding too far northeast. So, that's our latest thinking on this event. Oh, and one more thing before we leave this video. Historically, now I know history isn't always the best way to go by, but historically, every December for the past 3 years, mid to late December, we have seen a snowstorm in the Northeast. So, that's just statistically speaking. So, this is statistically favored. The NAO is going negative. I mean, you see here, that is a clearly negative NAO across northern Canada, and we're looking at models showing it. So, plenty to support a snowstorm. We'll just have to see how things pan out. So, thanks for checking in Stormtopia.com. I hope you enjoyed this video forecast. So please spread the word about our website, and have a great day.